I think other than how our own stories align, what I loved about Melvin was there's this quiet strength that he holds in figuring out who he is and living with integrity. And I really, really respect that in him. And then the project on a whole, kind of a similar word of integrity, of this is such an important story to be told in a way that, again, doesn't draw conclusions. It's just like an offering. And I think that's so important to tell those stories right now. Melvin is this gentle, observant presence. He isn't directly related to the Frisian or the Lowen family, but he caretakes for a lot of the young children in the colony. And after the attacks, he has decided to no longer speak to the adults, as well as to live as who he truly is, which is as a man. And in these two decisions he makes, there's this silence that he holds, but in doing so, he's listening and he's forming his own opinions about how to now be a man. What does that mean in this community in under these circumstances? Women Talking is about a group of women who live in an isolated religious community, and they have to have this very difficult conversation with the goal of making a decision as to how they're going to free themselves from the attacks that they've been experiencing from the men of the colony. And within this conversation, they have to question everything they've known to be true, their beliefs about life, everything about life, religion, faith, justice. Faith plays a huge role. They've built, these women, this colony, this group of people have built their lives around faith. It's how they live their lives, and it's how they often determine what is right and what is wrong. And what they're having to do in making this decision is question aspects of their faith, in terms of what do they need to see differently so that they can actually hold on to their faith in the long term. And that's kind of the line they're walking is, how can we honor this very important part of our lives while making the changes we need to keep living in line with our values down the road. It was amazing. Yeah, I'm not just saying this. Everyone was so generous and gracious. And the thing that struck me the most, seeing everybody, especially in rehearsal, was how much everybody cared about this project. And that level of care they brought established this, I don't know, this atmosphere of respect. And it was just really lovely. Like, they're all incredible, intelligent people. It was somber in the sense that everyone was taking their job seriously, but incredibly supportive. Like, there was this feeling that everyone had each other's backs, and we were all telling this story together. And that feeling of cohesion is sometimes rare, and it was really nice. Working with Kita Alfred, she is, first of all, the most incredible, just warm human being, but she puts so much attention to detail and that level of precision in terms of even patterning and the types of fit. It really made you feel like you were having an authentic experience, and it's such a gift to have that. The first thing that comes to mind is how genuinely encouraging she was of creative collaboration. She always had time for question discussion while also holding this very clear vision of her own. So there was that backbone to how she works and directs and clarity, but within this feeling of safety and collaboration and support. And I mean, that's kind of the perfect combination, I think. I think that today we are still not having enough conversation, and I think there's a lot of pointing and labeling without first seeking to understand. And I think that this film, again, although it deals with a very specific story and a specific group of people, I think there are a lot of universal things to take from watching how this group of women who have very differing points of view at times truly have a conversation, and through that come to something that they can all live with.